this kind of job that the people understand as past life regression, which actually is much more than that, is the most amazing tool I saw in my life. And I am eternal student, I always making course. I'm always qualifying myself, updating. I'm always making, getting updating in Brazil by by distance, making courses. I never stop. We never stop. And with the spirituality, like I am able to channel message, channel. I am able to, for example, when you start to do this kind of therapy, you can simply just uncover that you are able to channel message to spiritual message. Simply, I close my eyes, I relax, and I start verbalizing a big message, sometimes 40 minutes message, and I don't change the voice of my life. My voice, is through me. I'm able to receive a very full of wise message from, can be a past life of mine, can be some uh, spiritual entity, very smart, very uh, from a higher dimension than the third dimension where we are, and can be higher than the fourth dimension where we stay momentarily for we reincarnate again, for we reborn again. We say fourth dimension. But Jesus, when was here 2,000 years ago, he came from the fifth dimension. And right now, after 2,000 years old, 2,000 years, he already is in the seventh dimension. He's beyond of us right now. But he's still our master. If you ask him, if you ask, you receive immediately. If you believe, if you have faith, for sure. And Jesus is my master. I before I start any session, we make a short prayer to him. I open the I open the New Testament. I open randomically because where I open is exactly synchronically linked to what is going to happen during the session. And then I always ask to the guardian angel, what is the relation of what we read in the gospel, in the Bible, with this session? Because sometimes it's not clear yet. And he answered everything, any question. If it's not answered at the end, I ask. Because the client, they feel so emotional, they feel so amazed, they are not able to make any question. Then that is the importance of the therapist, because we are aware of everything is happening. And then I know what is the question they want, the client wants to make, and then I make. When we are in the position of client, we are we feel amazed all the time, because it's a new situation. We are not accustomed to having this experience, this kind of experience. And then at the end, we don't leave any doubt behind. And even if it happened, no problem. I have a doubt after the session finished, no problem. We have another schedule, another appointment, and you are going to ask. Sometimes happen the past life, the personality don't forgive, for example, a situation. They don't forgive. They don't want to forgive. They are hard. And we don't force. We respect their time. Okay, we are letting you in treatment, under treatment now, the spiritual dimension, and we will come back in the next session and we'll see what happened. And then many times no need to do anything else, and then many times they already forgive, or we can have a chance to talk about again. And then let's explore more, get more information for you be able in a natural way to forgive who hurt you. Because it's not about forgive. If you don't forgive, you go to the hell, to the hell. It's not that. This is not work. This is not work. We need to know all information for you be able to forgive, for example. This is just an example, okay? But for we be able to understand, to comprehend, we need to know the truth. It's like Jesus told in the Bible too. You will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. More or less like that, right? The truth is what? Is the self-knowledge. Is knowing about yourself, is knowing who you were, is knowing who you are right now, what is your missions and etc. All this I'm telling to you supposed to be teaching since the primary education for childhood, for the kids, for the teenagers and adults, always, 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 always. All this knowledge, this educational resource should be in the education system, but it's not, because the fake education system is not worried about that. They want the people blind for control, right? They want to control. Then what we have to do? Who is open? Search for a professional and start your journey, you know, and start making a parallel community, you know, like I homeschool. I don't, our kid is not in the regular school because we don't agree with all this stuff out there. Then we homeschool. I don't know for how long, but even if he come back to the regular school, I'm going to teach him. You know, now he's 7 years old. I start teaching him about this, about the spiritual reality. What is our really truth? Because we die, our body go to the ground, and that is it. But our soul, no, our soul is eternal. And what I didn't learn while I was live in the physical dimension, I had to learn after. Then better learn as soon as possible here, because that is one of the reasons I am alive. Then later, because later is more painful. You know, I compromise more persons, myself in situations. I delay my spiritual development. Understand? This is for everybody.